session based on the theme New Media, New Job was moderated by Shri Sameeran Walvekar, Director of MIT-ADT University's International School of Broadcasting and Journalism. The session witnessed the participation of Shri Raghavendra Verma, producer of the 30th German television, Shri Mubarak Ansari, the managing editor of Punekar News, Shri T. Surendar, managing editor of the Morning Context.
What they should see as an opportunity in on this web journalism or digital journalism or in new media, what role they should try to find it out, and they should foresee themselves to be suitable for that role. Which roles are there, like content creator, editor, reporter? What sort of roles in new media are waiting for them?
See, because they are in a journalism course, right? Because they are in a journalism course, media is not journalism. Journalism is a separate subject on its own. It's about verification of facts. It's verification of sources. It is verification of truth. It is verification of so many things. It is finding out what is the right thing, right? And therefore, none of these social medias actually lend itself to that. Of course, there are lots of people saying the truth in, say, Twitter or elsewhere. But when you are it is a journalistic effort. You push the envelope further and you say you have a... So therefore, what I would recommend is that they should learn the tenets of journalism much, much more. They should not be swayed away by, social media, the kind of exposure that people get in so many other mediums. And therefore, stick to facts, which will be the fundamental tenet of if they go into web-based journalism.
That's why the images and illusions created by social media are totally wiped out by these fact-checking labs. They are essential for that only.
They are essential for that. I'm saying that, naturally people are, when you're a fashion journalist and see somebody else getting 50 lakh views and you're not even there, you feel, oh, am I a good journalist? No, that's not the case, right? That's just one aspect of fashion. But you're a journalist. You're bringing some trend to the market. So you have to stick to that. You have to first, be truthful to your journalistic vision.
Yeah, I can just add something to that. And
Sure.
because it's only journalists who know in detail how they can make their stories more interesting and relevant to the readers. And two ways. One, the details, these bloggers, which you should not be worried about. I was meeting one, and so for television, I said, how do you do zoom-ins or cutaways? No, they just keep filming with their cell phones, and
It's not that easy. It's not that easy to do that.
it doesn't have that quality. You need to have a close-up, a broad view, and an overall view, and in combination of that and a flow. Unless you have that, they would not keep the viewers on there. And secondly, about what you should be learning, as we said, editor, or when you go in the job market, you would not refuse. I'm an editor, I'm a reporter. You would take whatever job is offered to you, and you have to perform through that. It would not be your choice that you become a reporter or editor. It's the company who hires you. They would decide what
I
you
think,
will become.
Raghavendra, we should give some time to our students and those who are present here to ask questions. If at all you want to ask questions, please be free. We have got a few minutes for that. You can go ahead, take the microphone and ask the question.
Question is specially to T. Surendar sir, and then open to the whole panel. So you talked about how the technology is bringing back the type of journalism that people can now, or journalists can now actually practice proper journalism and publish stories which were not seen before, or which were not being able to be published or run on television because they were taken down because it was about a big company or something like that. So it poses a question, what is bigger? Like, it's a little idealistic question, but what is bigger, ideals or capitals? Like capital that makes the company, that brings the money into the revenue into the picture. What is bigger? Because since forever we have been taught to practice neutrality, we have been taught to look at all of the sides, but then again, when we look at legacy media platforms or
I think
any
he's
other,
got the point. He's got the point.
yes.
Look at the best journalistic efforts today. Financial Times, New York Times, Economists, All these went through the same issues of legacy media and now are fundamentally very good digital medium who make money. So therefore, there is money in journalism. There is money in good quality journalism. Just because we have been living in a fast food world, it doesn't mean that there isn't a natural food elsewhere and that it cannot survive. We have not even experienced what is a absolutely fundamentally free journalistic world. So I think that we should give that an opportunity. It has not been there in India for a long time, and I think that we have seen that some really good journalistic exercises, like when Rajdeep started, it really did well, right? CNN, IBM really did well. So there is an opportunity out there, and there is no compromise, especially when it comes to ideals in journalism.
See, you need money to run the company. If you want to go somewhere to do reporting, you need money to go there to hire things. We are in Pune. Pune has a very emotional connect with Panipat और वो उस समय की एक लाइन है जिएंगे तो और भी लड़ेंगे. So you need to survive. If the company is there, the firm is there, you will do a lot of things.
I'll give you a small
both
example in
things
this
go
same
hand in
connection.
hand.
I'll give you one small example. There is one web portal named Max Maharashtra in Marathi. If you go to the portal and find it out on net, Max Maharashtra was doing it on his own for so many months. A day came that they didn't have a single penny. They could not send their reporting team to get the coverage by cab. They didn't have any money and they have to shut down the business. Again, they appealed people that if you have something you need, public money should be raised, and unfortunately they failed. Like any other channel, revenue earning is the basic aspect of anything. You cannot just compromise with your revenues. So, despite of your ideas, your novelty, and your very good ethical journalism and all that, if you don't have money, only thing that can be survived is your content. If it is appreciated by people, on your subscriber numbers also and hits also, you can earn money.
Yeah, leave that dilemma to your editors. Yeah, you need not be worrying about that. Yeah. You just do your job and let the editors decide how they want to carry it.
It's fine. Anything else?
I would like to add one more thing to that. If the content is king, I will give you an example. Punekar News gets over 3 million page views every month, which is better than some of the big names. You go to similarweb.com and find out how many page views The Wire, Midday, and all these legacy and the fully funded news websites are getting, and how many page views we are getting. If the content you are giving to the readers and you know your audience, it will hit, and you are a hit. And revenue भी आएगा, काम भी होगा, सब होगा.
But just keep it in mind, every time the citizen journalism won't work. As Raghavendra was referring, there is always a grammar. And as Surendar was telling, the journalism education, knowledge of proper journalism is very much essential to do all these things. People just won't appreciate because of you have shown very good visual and nobody was there present. There has to be some journalistic approach, proper grammar. You must understand how to put it. The content is available anywhere, but how you are packaging that in the journalistic manner after checking facts and figures is more important.
Pretty news that you guys put out there. But sir, sometimes I can't help but wonder that, on a long term, like from a business point of view, what are some plans that you have for Punekar News in particular, like in terms of growth? Because, Punekar News caters to a very certain and particular demographic. So, I was just thinking.
He may start Mumbaikar News here afterwards.
We have already started Mumbaikar News. We have started Punekar News Marathi. Then there is one India reporting for Pan India. And जब सरकार महाराष्ट्र में चल रही थी तो हमने एक sarkarkhabar.com भी चालू किया है.
It's like आज तक, Mumbai tak, Pune tak.
Now we are going to Hyderabad and Bangalore very soon. And apart from that, as a media company, also we are trying to do certain things, like we are going into events, and we have started another company which is into advertising and PR also to some extent.